My beloved children, I come to you today, not as a judge, but as a guardian of the truth, as the keeper of wisdom. You stand at a crossroads, a place where the decisions of your leaders ripple across the fabric of your world. The world you have created in your image, a world of nations and people, of struggle and triumph, of peace and war. Today, I wish to speak to you about the decisions of one among you, a leader, a president of the United States, and his actions that have reverberated through the markets, the lives of the people, and the global order. You know him as President Donald Trump, a man who, in his quest to shape the destiny of his nation, has imposed tariffs, duties that weigh upon the shoulders of nations' goods and the fragile economics that bind you all together. These tariffs, my children, are not just numbers in your markets or policies on paper. They are actions, decisions that speak to the heart of what you value, what you desire, and what you fear. They are born from a belief, an ideology, that trade, the exchange of goods and services, should be a tool of power, of leverage, of dominance. In this moment, you see tariffs as a means to balance your scales, to correct the perceived injustices of trade, to push back against what is called unfair practices. But my children, listen well. Trade, at its core, is not about power. It is about core, is not about power. It is about cooperation, exchange, and mutual. When one nation isolates itself, seeking to protect its borders, it risks severing the ties that bind you together as one world. I have watched as tariffs have been imposed upon the European Union, upon China, upon many of your neighbors and trading partners. You seek to punish them, to force them to yield to your will. You have imposed levies on goods that once flowed freely, with the intention of making your own industries prosper, of securing your workers' jobs. Yet, in the long run, what have you gained? I see the pain of your people, the inflation that rises as the cost of goods increases, the fear that lingers as the price of your cars, your electronics, your food, rises like a tide that you cannot control. You have taken from your own people to protect what you have, but the cost is heavy. The burden of these decisions falls not only on the rich and powerful, but on the everyday worker, the mother, the father, the child who sees the price of bread increase, the student who watches their tuition climb, the elderly who live on fixed incomes. These tariffs, though they may seem like victories in the moment, are not victories at all. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. You have imposed your will upon others, but others, too, have imposed their will upon you. The retaliatory tariffs that have risen like an unholy storm. China, the European Union, and others. They strike back, not as enemies, but as partners who once traded freely with you. And in their retaliation, they bring their own pain to bear upon your industries, your farmers, your workers. My children, I see the fear in your eyes. You ask, what is the cost of this trade war? You ask, will this path lead us to prosperity or to ruin? And I tell you this, no tariff, no policy, no law can create true prosperity. Prosperity is not built upon isolation. It is not built upon walls, whether those walls are physical or economic. Prosperity is built upon trust, upon cooperation, upon the exchange of ideas, goods, and labor. You were never meant to be islands unto yourselves, disconnected and separated. You were meant to build bridges, to share your knowledge, your resources, your hearts. Do not mistake these tariffs for justice, for they are but a shadow of the truth. The truth is that your economy, your societies are intertwined with one another. The success of one depends on the success of many. You must not view trade as a battleground, but as a shared journey, a journey where each nation offers something of value and takes something of value in return. Trade is not a game of zero-sum. It is a dance of mutual benefit where all can flourish if they only trust one another. These tariffs, these decisions have caused uncertainty in your markets. You see the declines in your stock indices, the worries of your financial leaders. The markets fall, and so too does your sense of security. Inflation rises, and so too does your anxiety. What you fail to see, my children, is that these tariffs are not just about numbers and trade. They are about something deeper. They are about something deeper. They are a reflection of fear. Fear that you are being taken advantage of. Fear that your nation is being left behind. Fear that you are losing your place in the world. But fear, my children, is not the path to wisdom. Wisdom is born from understanding, from empathy, from the recognition that you are not separate from one another, but part of a whole. When you impose tariffs on others, you harm yourself as well. When you punish another nation, you punish your own people. For the goods you seek to protect are often those that others supply, and when those others are harmed, so too are you. I have seen your world struggle with this, and I know that you desire to protect what is yours. You seek to safeguard your industries, your workers, your families. But remember, true protection is not achieved through walls, but through unity. True protection is achieved by fostering cooperation, by negotiating with respect, by seeking fair deals that benefit all involved. I know you can do this. I have faith in your ability to rise above the divisions, to look beyond the tariffs, to seek the true path of prosperity. You are a world of great potential. Your creativity, your innovation, your drive, they are unmatched. But you must not allow fear to guide your decisions. You must not allow mistrust to blind you to the possibilities of collaboration. And so, my children, I ask you to reflect on the choices you have made. Reflect on the impact of these tariffs. Will they bring prosperity, or will they sow division? Will they strengthen your economy, or will they strengthen your economy? Or will they weaken the bonds that tie you to the rest of the world? You have the power to choose, the power to lift up your world, to build bridges rather than walls, the power to seek not dominance, but harmony, the power to rise above the fear and to trust in the goodness that lies in cooperation, in trade, in unity. This is my message to you, my beloved children. It is a message of hope, of wisdom, of love. Choose wisely, and you will find prosperity for all.